This video will discuss how to put images in your background, and we'll also talk a little bit about padding. So when you have a layout, a mock design, and it's typically going to use a lot of images. And like if this puppy here actually needed to have text written over it, you would not be able to do that because we've called this puppy in directly into this paragraph. So I can't, if I click on the puppy and I try to type, I delete the puppy. The image goes away. CSS has a lot of ways that you can work with background images. You can have them appear one time. You can have them appear multiple times in something, whatever it might be, a paragraph or whatever, or the body of your document. You can actually control its position. There's a lot of things you can do with it. And the most important thing is you can put other things on top of the image, whatever it might be. So if we take our body and let's just delete this paragraph completely right now. Well, we'll comment them out in case we need them, because maybe we will. So I'm just going to go into code view. If I'm in split view and I want to select this paragraph, I click on something within the paragraph and go down to my tag inspector. And then from here, I should be able to comment this out. I don't know why that didn't do it. Now it's gone. Okay. So say we wanted that puppy as the background of our website. And usually, I mean, an image like that is really not a good image for the background of a website because it's too busy. But we're just demonstrating. So the background of this web page will now be that puppy. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to double click on body. So this could be a paragraph, it could be a section, it could be a header, it could be, you can apply background images just like you can apply IDs. You can do a lot of these techniques to many different types of things, many different elements throughout the site. A background image can go into pretty much anything. So I'm going to choose background. We already have a color of white, but now we're going to choose the image. Now, an important thing to note, one, I have already sized my image to what I want it to be, and I saved it as a JPEG or a GIF or a PNG, and we will have a lecture coming up on how to do that. And I've saved it into my images folder. So it's already there. I'm not pulling it from anywhere. It's very important. So I'm going to click Browse, and I'm going to choose my puppy. And now I'm just going to click OK and see what happens. Well, by default, the puppy repeats all over the place. But look, text can sit on top of the puppy if I want. Okay. Now, if I would like to control my background image just a little bit more, I can say background repeat, no repeat. You will use this a lot. There's a lot of times where you only want the background image to show up one time. All right, now you can also say that you do want it to repeat, so we'll just delete that selection completely, but we only want it to repeat on the X, which is horizontally. So we'll say a repeat of X, and I'll just move this out of the way a little bit and click apply. And now you see the puppy only repeats across but not down. And there's a lot of techniques out there where people take a little sliver of something and have it repeat all the way across to create a bar or whatever, but they're only using an itty bitty little image. It's a very common thing to do. Now, another thing is to take a little itty bitty image and have it repeat down the side, which we can do. So to do that, we have to repeat on the Y, which is down, up and down. So if I apply now, the puppy only repeats on the Y. Okay. If I decide that I want to control where it appears, then I can say, well, I want it to appear center, apply. I've got a no repeat and I want it to be center. How far over? Center. And background position, maybe I want it to be center, apply. Okay, so now it's center and center. And this isn't done as often, but just so you know, it's out there, and this is something you can safely experiment with when you're doing your own thing. And some style sheets are going to be cooler, browsers are going to be cooler with this than others. We do have center and center right now. Let's go ahead and specify from the left, let's specify, this is not going to center at 100, it's just going to move at 100 pixels. And then the Y position, we're going to say we want it to be 100 pixels. This one should be okay. Let's do that. And there we go. And it doesn't move. It's 100 down, 100 over, starting point. And then I decide, nope, I don't want that. I want it to be 200 on the horizontal. The X is always on the horizontal. I still want to be 100 on the vertical. So I'm going to preview in Firefox. I'm going to save everything. And now it should be further down than it was. Let's adjust this. And let's check our style. Hold on a second. Let me just make sure. 200 over, 100 down, sorry, yes. And yes, that's closer, okay. So let's test this. 500 over. And now it's dramatically over, still only 100 down. Okay, just wanted to make sure everything was working properly there. If I only want it 50 over, and 100 down. So you can do a lot of different things with your background image, messing with the X and Y axis, and do you want to repeat or not repeat. Okay, the most common thing you're going to do is have it show up one time and have it not repeat, and it starts in the upper left corner of the document.